In a water-scarce country like Jordan, the importance of desalination is increasing, as maintaining water supply security becomes more and more challenging. Climate change and overexploitation of groundwater resources have taken a toll on the country's conventional water sources. Additionally, Jordan's growing population leads to an increased demand for water. The National Water Master Plan of Jordan has identified a significant future gap in water supply. To address this, GIZ, on behalf of the German government, supports the Jordanian government in planning its future water supply. The Jordanian government plans to make substantial investments in desalinating seawater from the Red Sea through the Aqaba Amman Water Desalination and Conveyance Project. This project will establish a secure and dependable freshwater supply for Amman and other governorates in Jordan, with an estimated production of 300 million cubic meters of water per year, meeting approximately 40% of the country's drinking water needs upon completion by 2030. Until then, the only viable solution to establish a reliable freshwater supply for Jordan is the desalination of brackish water. A recent study conducted by GIZ has identified untapped brackish water resources that can be exploited for such purpose. Desalinated brackish water is often a less costly alternative to deliver water to certain areas compared with conventional water resources. Many remote villages already entirely depend on brackish water desalination. Currently, there are 21 operational brackish water desalination plants that cover 10% of drinking water demand in Jordan, while a significantly higher amount could be produced at full capacity of these plants. Zahra Ma'in is one of the biggest regional brackish water desalination plants that combines ground and surface water resources. Brackish water, which contains a slight salt content, requires desalination to make it suitable for drinking and other uses. The desalination process involves a pre-treatment system to remove suspended solids, organic matter, and other elements. For the desalination process itself, RO membrane technology is the most cost-effective method. To further enhance water quality, a post-treatment process is needed in the final stage. Apart from the product water, the desalination process results in brine residues, which is one of the major challenges that need to be effectively managed in order to minimize the environmental impact. In addition, the desalination of water faces other challenges, including the lack of regulations governing desalination plant operations, particularly concerning operation licenses and environmental impact assessments. As brackish water desalination operations will significantly increase over the course of the next 2 decades, the investment in maintenance and the current institutional capacity for planning, managing and supervising the desalination infrastructure are both inadequate. Many plants become dysfunctional in less than 10 years, leading to the deterioration of desalination facilities and thus reduced performance and production levels. On behalf of the German government, GIZ supports the Jordanian government in addressing those challenges through the implementation of the Desalination of Sea and Brackish Water project, aiming to enhance institutional capacities in the units responsible for desalination at the Ministry of Water and Irrigation and Water Authority of Jordan. To achieve this objective, the project focuses on several key initiatives. Develop a concept for licensing and environmental impact assessments for desalination facilities to reduce potential negative environmental impact. Support an improved institutional setup, tailored training, guidelines, and regulations enhance sector capacity, enabling better planning and management of desalination facilities. Implement the first performance and cost assessment of existing desalination plants that identify the necessary performance improvements, which play a crucial role in determining the feasibility and scalability of desalination projects. Propose rehabilitation measures for the assessed desalination sites. In collaboration with the water sector, the project is currently implementing the rehabilitation of 2 desalination plants in Ghor Safi and Ghor Mazra at the southern end of the Dead Sea. To ensure water supply quality and quantity, there is an urgent need for additional investments in brackish water desalination, both in the rehabilitation of existing sites and the construction of new sites. Such investments will provide improved access to drinking water, enhancing living conditions in the country until the Aqaba Sea Water Desalination Project is completed.